Hey, amazing people, it's me, Tracy Lene. I'm back. Chapter 13 of the Law of Divine Compensation, Meditation. Like, share, subscribe. Enlightenment begins as an abstract concept and then makes a journey without distance from the head to the heart. As most of us are aware, mere intellectual understanding is not of itself enough to change our lives. Albert Einstein claimed that the problems of the world would not be solved at the same level of thinking that were there when we created them. You've heard that before. The same mind that created that problem is not going to be the mind that solves that problem. You're going to have to change. You're going to have to change. You cannot be the same old person and expect a different result. During our normal working consciousness, the human brain emits what we call beta waves. As we settle into meditation, the brain shifts and begins to emit alpha waves, and sometimes even deeper delta waves. Delta waves helps us to access the unconscious, reduces levels of a hormone called cortisol, known to cause stress and aging, and produces a restfulness akin to deep sleep. That's why people who meditate all the time always look 10, 15, 20 years younger than somebody who never meditates and who stresses all the time. This isn't all bold. Just as we look to food for fuel, our physical selves, we should look. The Mercury retrograde is affecting communication, and I promise you, it's really affecting the way I speak. Let me go again. Just as we look to food to fuel our physical selves, we should look to meditation and prayer to fuel our spiritual selves. Tomorrow is a Lion's Gate, 8/8. If you believe in that kind of thing, it's a perfect day to manifest, to meditate, to really get away from all of the day-to-day things. Even if you just do it for 20 minutes. If you got to work, I understand. But maybe take a few minutes just to yourself. Go over somewhere in a nice grassy area if you can, or in your home somewhere, and just sit and meditate on the things you want to see in your life and watch that shit happen when you work at it. Okay. Where was I at? True meditation practice is more than just staring into a candle and breathing deeply, sitting still, slowing down our mind, and so forth. It is more than deep relaxation. Deep relaxation is important, but it is not meditation. All meditation is relaxation, but not all relaxation is meditation. An actual meditation practice, such as going through the workbook of A Course in Miracles or doing transcendental meditation, Buddhist meditation, or other spiritual, religious, or even secular forms of meditation, includes a technique through which words or sounds instruct the mind to move into deeper regions. These regions hold the key not only to stress reduction, but to much, much more. Greater insight, deeper understanding, expanded perspective, and more whole system knowing, and deeper peace, forgiveness, and love. All of these arise more easily from the meditative mind. The rational mind alone cannot cause these things to occur. The rational mind alone is not going to solve your problems. That rational mind is going to lead you into deeper bullshit. You've got to go into your spiritual mind. You've got to let go of your ego, which stands for edging God out. And you've got to find that God space inside yourself to help you solve that problem that you created through your rational mind and your foolishness. Greater insight, deeper understanding, and expanded perspective, a more whole system knowing, and deeper peace, forgiveness, and love. All of these arise more easily from the meditative mind. The rational mind alone cannot cause these things to occur. In order to not only conceptualize breakthroughs, but to actually experience them, we need to embody the spiritual principles we embrace. We want not only our rational minds, but also our spiritual minds to be reignited. We want our psyches to be rewired. We want to experience miraculous shifts. Such shifts are growth into our true selves. Just as we look for food to fuel our physical selves, we should look to meditation and prayer to fuel our spiritual selves. Meditation is like spiritual exercise, developing attitudinal muscles and making them strong. Consider it your daily workout. After a certain point in our lives, whether in relation to physical or attitudinal muscles, gravity pulls down what we don't work and keep up. Flabby spiritual muscles are things like cynicism, negativity, victim consciousness, anger, judgmentalism, and fear. Just as we do well to exercise our bodies on a regular basis, we also do well to exercise our minds. As A Course in Miracles says, we are much too tolerant of mind wandering. Meditation, again, like physical exercise, isn't something we can afford to stop doing. We never get to look in the mirror and say, I like my body now, so I can stop exercising. Neither can we say, I feel at peace now, so I can stop meditating. Gravity, both physical and emotional, is at work every day. So should we be in order to counter it. Just as we wash to remove yesterday's dirt from our bodies, we meditate to remove yesterday's stress from our minds. A meditation practice is one of the most powerful boosts to our physical well-being, as well as to our mental and emotional health. It even helps us financially. According to an article published by the American Public Health Association, people who practice transcendental meditation spend 11% less annually on health care than does the general population. I know that because I meditate. Don't do it every day like I should, but I make sure I take time every day to get inside of me and dig out some of the stuff that don't belong there. Some days I get longer, some days shorter. When I take a walk, it is a meditation in practice. As I'm walking, I'm meditating, I'm looking at everything, I'm seeing it. I told you before, if not you, I know I tell them on my TikTok, walking is my religion. What was that? Let's look more closely at how meditation affects our work and earning capacities. Today's work environment is routinely stressful. Between the 24-hour blitz of often depressing world news and the economic anxiety rampant everywhere, many people feel like they're barely holding on. Dysfunctional responses such as overeating, drinking, and drugging to excess and self-medicating through recreational or pharmaceutical drugs have become a common response to stress. She didn't add sex, but lots of people have a lot of sex just to get rid of their stress. And they think it's getting rid of stress, but usually they're having what people ain't got no business having it with, so they just add more stress to themselves. Things are moving too quickly, and we simply weren't created for that. For millions of years, our ancestors toiled with their bodies, worked the earth, and sat around campfires in the evenings telling stories. They didn't fool around on the computer all day. Our challenge is to compensate for the wear and tear of modernity's assault on our nervous system. With greater speed comes a greater chance that we'll make mistakes. We don't adequately think an issue through. We let fear rule a decision, digging ourselves in an even deeper hole than the ones we're already in. We fail to connect deeply with people and situations around us, leading us to all manner of negative results. But there is a revolution in consciousness among us, and meditation is at the forefront. More and more people are looking to nutrition, yoga, exercise, spirituality, and so forth to counter the dysfunction and stress of the times in which we now live. Years ago, I made a pot of chili. When I tasted it, it was too hot. I clearly had added too much cayenne pepper. I must say canine. Canine is a dog. I hope she didn't add no dog pepper. When I called my mother and asked for help, she told me to put a raw potato in the chili in order to absorb the pepper. She was right. It worked. I never forgot that image because it reminds me of how it feels when I meditate. Meditation absorbs my crazy thinking the way that raw potato absorbed the canine. You can do that for salt too. If you put too much salt, anything you put too much of it in, you can put the raw potato in it and it'll absorb it. As a student in A Course of Miracles, I read one workbook lesson every day. I give my life to God to guide today. In His presence, I would enter now. I am at home. Fear is the stranger here, or whatever it might be. And while I can't say that the practice guarantees I'll be the best version of myself all day, it absolutely keeps me from being the worst version of myself. And that's what you really want to do. You're not every day going to show up as the best version, but don't show up as the worst version. Tabitha Brown says, you go have a good day. And if you can't, don't you dare go messing up somebody else's. Well, I don't believe you can mess up somebody else's day without their permission. Because I can ignore you. I can decide that what you got going on is what you got going on, and I don't need to attach myself to it. So you can only do that if I give you permission to do it. And I try not to give people permission to diddly-dally in my life like that. It's been a recent thing, because when you start to get older, you start to really realize I ain't got that much time left. But in reality, nobody knows how much time they got left. But you really start to think about it as you get older. So the older I'm getting, I'm more of a minimalist life when it comes to stress and people and situations. I'm not gonna do it. I'm just ain't. It can take just one instant for a lack of impulse to control and overwhelm our better knowing. You can do something so fast that it will ruin and wreck a lot of portion of your life. And I didn't say the rest of your life, because you can always make the changes. But lots of times you can make one decision out of not being even the closest version of good to yourself, and then you just got to start over. You can do it, and if you have to do it, just do it. What do you see in my glasses? What is that in my glasses? It's weird. It's not this. Not sure. It's just weird. I'm seeing something in my glasses. Oh, anyway. Where was I at? We say something we later wish we hadn't. We write an email we later wish we hadn't sent. We respond to a text message we later wish we had simply ignored, or we simply weren't our best selves, diminishing the trust that others have in us. Those are the moments, not just in our personal relationships, but in our professional ones as well, that can mess up an even greater business plans and avenues to success. But it won't stop you. You may just have to start over from scratch. Like I started putting rhinestones on these jeans, and the jeans I bought from TJ Maxx that I paid a whole lot more money for, I don't like the way they started to look on them. I went to Walmart today and found a pair of jeans that I really like. And I like the way the studs are coming off. When they're all the way done, I'll show them to y'all. But I saw it on a comedian, Yvonne Orji. She used to be Molly on Insecure. And somebody sent me a little skit that she did. And the skit was funny, but I was looking at the outfit. The jeans had rhinestones all on them. And I'll just let you see a little bit of what I'm doing. So it's just the beginning. But it's going to be all over the entire jean. The ones that I don't like, I can't reach those right now, but I'm gonna pull some of those rhinestones off. What I do like about it is the glue that you use, this gym tack, is really, really good, because it's hard for me to get those off. Anywho, I'm gonna go ahead and stop. Oh no, I might as well. No, I might as well go ahead and finish reading this. This is just 11 minutes. Okay, let's get to reading. This way we can be in chapter 14 tomorrow. What was it? The benefits of meditation go beyond de-stressing the mind. Meditation actually expands the mind. It gives us insight and illumination. It builds wisdom and compassion. It goes a long way towards making us the people we wish to be. Below is a prayer, followed by multiple statements that provide a meditative approach to money and career. Read each statement slowly, picturing the images it evokes, exploring the idea or scene, and inwardly asking for further illumination. You may make it through only one paragraph, which is fine. What matters is that we daily do whatever we can to realign our thoughts with the mind of God. Do the following meditation gently and without stress. So we're going to go ahead and do this. Sit quietly and comfortable. Get in a position that works for you. You close your eyes. I want you to feel yourself in the presence of the holy. I want you to take a deep breath in through your nose like this. Hold it for a second and out your mouth. Twice more. Inhale. Your eyes are relaxed, so you shouldn't be able to see me. Inhale. Open. All right. Dear God, I give this time of quiet to you. Please dissolve my thoughts of stress and fear and deliver me to the inner place where all is peace and love. Amen. I want you to keep your eyes closed and let your mind gently shift gears. I want you to take a deep breath in. Keep your lips closed and exhale out. Now I want you to continue doing that very slowly. Inhale, maybe count to 4. Inhale and exhale. While you're doing that, continuing to breathe, I'm going to continue to guide you through this meditation. As you're inhaling, I want you to honestly look over the landscape of your material life. As you exhale, use the power of your imagination to pour a holy light over everything you see. Inhale. Ask to be shown all you need to see and to know so that your spirit will guide you. Exhale. I want you to inhale. Look at your work, your finances. Exhale. View them from the perspective of your spirit. Recognize your work as your ministry and see ways that you can make it more so. See what or whom you've allowed to go unnoticed, unintended, and unappreciated, and undervalued. I want you to see it, and I want you to release it. I want you to salute spiritually those you work with, people you worked with before or might work with in the future. I want you to dedicate your work to holy purposes and see how the images change when you do. I want you to notice any place inside of you that you feel anger, that you feel like you're holding on to anything, and I want you to let it go. I want you to act as if you can't hear my son playing that music in the background, because I'm trying to help you stay in this space. And sometimes when I meditate, I have to know that the world is still going on, but I'm going to focus in. Continue to inhale and exhale. Now I want you to notice any place where you are defensive against wealth, where you can feel it wrong or judge those who have it. And I want you to let that go. I want you to bless them first. Bless their wealth. Be grateful they have wealth, because know that if they have wealth, you can have wealth, because everybody is here to experience wealth, and you too can have it. Now I want you to envision yourself as a person of wealth. I want you to expand into the energy of abundance. I want you to know that whatever you can be, whatever you can dream of, whatever you can think of, you can have. I want you to see yourself in control of vast amounts of money. I want you to see yourself transforming into someone whose internal abundance aligns with a magnificent internal external abundance. Now allow yourself to inhabit this space energetically. And I want you to hold this vision for yourself. I want you to take a deep inhale through the nose again. Open your mouth and now open your eyes. We're going to give thanks and praise God. Now, what I do like about meditation and life is going to go on all around us. And my son doesn't know I'm up here recording, so he's enjoying his life, listening to his music. He works hard. He has his own tinting business, so he works hard all day. He's home. He's kicking back and relaxing. And I know that I've grown so much, because I didn't even go, oh my God, he's got that on. No, I said, this is good, because meditation means to be able to let go of the external world and focus on the internal world. Thank you for listening. I hope it worked for you. And if it didn't, do it on your own. Just sit down, breathe in. If you have to have it completely quiet, you go do that. Do what you need to do. But go into that beautiful brain of yours. Focus, 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 and let go of the things that no longer serve you. Come join me tomorrow for chapter 14, prayer. And then after chapter 14 is chapter 16. So we will finish this book. And I'm grateful. We'll move on. I think I told you, I think I might read Are You There, God? It's me, Margaret. This is just fun for me. I'm enjoying doing it. I'm enjoying having people tune in and make comments or not. It's all good. I like doing it, so I'm going to keep doing it. Now I'm going to go work on these jeans now. You have an amazing night. Bye.